Subscribers, welcome back to our lovenest. For all of my subscribers that are interacting with this channel, this message is going to be for you guys. Thank you for always showing me love and support on this channel. I truly appreciate you guys. Whether the message resonate or not, you guys are always interacting. You guys are always liking, sharing, commenting. So this is just a thank you for all of you guys. Spirit, what message do you have for my subscribers? All of my lovenest subscribers. I'm hearing an adjustment period. It came in very quickly. Something about an adjustment period. Something is going to take some time to adjust. Okay, so whatever you have been introducing into your life, it feels like you have to take some time to adjust to it or something like that. We're gonna see together and just vibe out together. So whatever your vibe is when you're guided to this message, let me know in the comment section how you're feeling, what's going on with you. This is a safe space for you on this channel. Okay, you have the Queen of Wands in reverse, so it's giving me attention. There's like this wonky energy, right, of receiving a lot of attention, receiving a lot of momentum in a certain area. And it's not really something that you're accustomed to or that you personally gravitate towards. But nonetheless, it is a phase on your journey that's beneficial to your human experience, right? Why we are here on earth. And I feel like you're kind of in this, I'm always doing things for everybody else. I want to do something for myself. I want to express my individuality, my sensuality, and really allow that Kundalini energy to do what it's going to do, right? That Venusian energy to play out in your life the way it's meant to play out. There is a desire to want to make sure that you are not leaning towards the materialistic side, or like you're not doing it for the attention, but more or less just allowing yourself to receive the attention, receive the notoriety, receive the recognition, whatever it may be. I do pick up this desire to just want to make sure that you're good with you, and I feel like you are, but it's one of those things where it's like that's the wonkiness that I'm picking up on. It's like normally when you are not self-sacrificing yourself for other people, you get this bad rap, right? Like, oh, you're not sacrificing yourself for other people, so you're changing, you're different, you're more concerned about aesthetics, you're more concerned about the physical, you're more concerned about lust, right? But this is eccentricity, okay? This is just you being different, you being original, you being unique. You were always this person, and so this is the season in your life where people that don't agree with it, they're gonna fall out of your life, right? The people that don't want you seen, the people that are jealous of you, envious of you, they're just going to be haters. Okay. But like Spirit is saying, they're outside the club for a reason, right? You're in this club. You're chosen for whatever this is. Let's put more on this, Spirit. What we have for my subscribers. 5 on it. Order in the courts. Something about your schedule. I heard this week, something about your schedule, something about the way in which you do things. This is like a sweet spot. I don't know what it is, but it's like you're doing it the right way. Something about you, the way you're doing it is the right way, like the way it's supposed to be done. And I'm talking about the way the universe wants you to do it, the way Mother Nature wants you to do it, right? you're on a vibe, you're on a frequency. Hey, and if it comes off like disorderly, if it comes off like I expect you to behave this way, I expect you to do certain things this way, that's coming from ego. And ego is a necessary aspect of ourselves. If it wasn't necessary, you know, the creator wouldn't give us an ego, wouldn't give us an identity to begin with. So that's what makes you you. Okay. So we have disturbance and blessings in reverse. So when you let other people irritate you, when you let other people bully you, when you let other people's opinion of you kind of seep in, that's when everyone else's perspective of what you should or shouldn't be doing becomes louder than your own. And then they are happy because you're no longer succeeding. You're no longer winning. You're no longer at the top of your game, at the best of your game, right? And really the people that are against you, really the people that feel like you don't deserve something, they want to swap places with you, right? They feel like, oh, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing this my way. I know what's best. This is what works for me. And they don't want to share. There's like, it's enough to go around for everyone, but there's this big ass ego. Like, I don't want to share. I want to be the only one. I want to be the only one dominating this industry. I want to be the only one dominating this market. I want to be the only one dominating this spotlight. But according to my cards, that's a lack consciousness, right? Lack consciousness is saying there ain't enough. Ain't enough food in the world. Ain't enough land for the both of us. It ain't enough love to go around. And I feel like that's not your level of consciousness. You're changing out of that. You're evolving from that. Okay, you're bigger than that. So a lot of this is coming from people that have lack consciousness, and they know that you are going to be very important in your life. They know that you're going to go far, because you know how to get yourself unstuck out of situations. You know how to shift your perspective. You know how to find the silver lining in situations when there appears to be none. Okay, call that mastery, self-mastery, self-awareness. Like, you got the power. Spirit, what wisdom do you have for my subscribers on this channel? We're going to break this down into 3 sections. What wisdom do you have for my subscribers? So we have third eye, visions, manifestation, meditation. That's in reverse. Okay, look at that. I told you. Spirit is saying they want to knock you off your throne by making you feel unsure about what it is that you know. You know what you know. You are who you are for a reason. Ain't no mistaking in that. Ain't no mistaking that. If you're beautiful, God made you beautiful for a reason, because God wanted you to shine your light in that area. God wanted you to use that star quality that you possess and help you rake through every level of consciousness, every level in any obstacle that's ever presented to you. All right, to use what you have to get what's yours, right? Some people want to get what they want. You're only claiming what's already yours. There is a difference. All right, we have great gratitude in reverse. There is a real dark cloud, a very huge dark cloud that wants to convince you that you aren't that one. They want to convince you that you are not special. They want to convince you that what you're doing is wrong. How you're doing something is wrong. I don't know what you're doing, baby, but that's what they're saying, right? Because if something was really of the creator, of source, you would move in a certain type of way. We have the witch in reverse. You would do something differently. And look what's at the bottom of the deck, enlightenment. something about people are focusing on how you receive your enlightenment, and whether or not the way that you receive your enlightenment, if it is of God, if it is of the Creator, if it is something of a high vibration, or if it's something like wicked. There's something about wicked here. When I see the witch here in reverse, this reminds me of Elphaba. Okay, and the great lengths that Elphaba was willing to take in order to remain her individual self, in order to, you know, remain who she is at her core, her soul. Yes, she was made green for a reason. She looked different for a reason. And so every single time you come across situations where the crowd is saying to you, bend and mold to what's popular, what's on demand, what's normal, what's expected, what everybody is used to, or be out there on your own, right? Lose those groups of supporters. You lose those family members, lose the momentum. There's this if or then hypothesis where it's like, if you don't conform, then you will pay the price. You will lose. And that is that's what I'm seeing here. That's the intention that's on your back. That's the target that's being sent towards you. That's the hypothesis. What are you willing to do to elevate, to receive the messages that you're meant to receive? Or are you going to stay on this level of vibration, on this very dense vibration that requires you to even choose to begin with? The fact that anyone would require you to choose between your soul, your calling, and anything that they could materially offer you, anything that they could materially present to you, and make that supersede over who you are. This is the season where you're about to find out who your real friends are. Okay? That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, baby, you about to find out who your real friends are. So it's like Spirit is preparing you, saying get ready, because it's cutting season. Okay? There's cuts that are about to be made in your life. Some people will make it and others won't. And if anyone that Spirit removes out of your life during this season, it's because they carry the spirit of lack consciousness. Okay? Every seed that you lay down, they will be working behind the scenes to remove that seed and unearth it from being born, from sprouting from the soil. It's like everything that you do, debunk it. Everything that you say, push it away. Push it away. No. I don't like it. I don't want it. But the crazy part about it is, because of their ego, they can't help but to continue focusing on you. They can't help but to continue trying to keep up with you and what you have going on in your life, whatever it is that you're doing. These could be gossip blogs as well for some of you. That's what it's giving. Okay, this could be a religious sector as well. For many of you, it's your vibration of love. Your expression of love is sexual. That's why the Queen of Wands energy is here. Okay, your vibrational match is sexual. Like you are having intercourse with the universe. You see here, order. The seeds, the ground has been raked, the seed has been planted, and things are sprouting. Things are sprouting. Ideas are coming. You're going half on a baby with the universe. Okay? And so people are starting to feel cringy. That's what I'm seeing here. It's cringy in the sense of like, wait a minute. Are you trying to impose your beliefs onto me and tell me how it's supposed to be done? No. Right? When you're in your lane, can't nobody accuse you. When you're in your lane, can't nobody accuse you of trying to force any type of belief system onto them. When people leave their lane, right? If this is the way that you express love, if this is your intimate relationship with Spirit, can't nobody tell you. it's like either you're going to be afraid, because what this is saying is that people have been afraid of your type of love. You have the type of love where you make love with creation, the universe, the people that you come in contact with. The way that you love, it is sexual intercourse. Everything that you do is laced, okay? And you have no fear. You love. It doesn't matter what they look like, what gender they are. You love the whole world fearlessly. You've done it. That's been the way in which you've expressed your creation since you came on earth. And it's like people may say, "Oh my God, I feel like you're doing something to me. You doing something to me," friends and colleagues. All right, you doing something to me. I feel some type of way when I'm around you. What they're feeling is the embodiment of creation, the embodiment of true love. All right, it's not exuding off of you, it's exuding through you. You're the embodiment of it. And so if you've been suffering from imposter syndrome, where you feel like, I'm different, but you're aware that you're different. You're aware that you have evolved. You're aware, maybe you didn't have a name to call it. Maybe you didn't put a title on it. All right, we have divine guidance in reverse. Cornucopia in reverse. Man holding a heart. Ooh, in reverse. I feel like, look at that. Some people feel like this is not the way, the truth, and the light. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know where that's coming from, but I heard it very loud and clear. This is not the way, the truth, and the light. All right, so someone feels triggered by how, when you're in this vibration, something happens for you effortlessly, because you're on a vibration that is congruent with the seasons. You're on a vibration that is giving farming energy, right? So for example, harvest season, like you're in flow with the seasons, but I feel like you're on a different solar system, solar calendar, or something like that. Like the way you move, the way you operate, it's not familiar to a lot of people. It feels like you defy gravity. All right, that's the alphabet energy. Whether you're going forwards, backwards, sideways, you have full range mobility of yourself in the astral body. So in the astral body, it feels like certain people are a little taken back by your spiritual. Like there's some commentary going on. Like this may be why things are stopping for you financially. This may be why like God may not be happy with you. Because of your spiritual beliefs. I feel like there are people that are curious about like what your actual belief system is. Like, are you Christian? Are you non-denominational? Are you Baptist? Are you this or that? Right? And because it feels like people want you to follow a certain order or a certain practice, and it allows them to know like what you believe in, what you affiliate with, so they can, I feel like a lot of people are determining right now based off of what people are associated with or affiliated with, that lets them know whether they can be a part of something or support something. So and they're in that season of kind of like no man's land, right? So because they can't quite connect with the divine themselves, and they don't really know how to access that heart portal, they're kind of afraid to have that intimate, raw, vulnerable relationship with the Most High intently, right? Intentionally. When you sprinkle a little intentions in there, people are afraid of intentions, right? They're afraid of admitting that it takes their intentions as well to co-create with the universe. They're okay with the idea that it's happening to them, that it's happening for them, that it's God's plan and God is determining everything. But there's a level of spiritual evolution and development that's crafted in these expressions of existence, where the divine opens a door for you and says, Do you trust me? Do you have faith? Will you walk through this door? Will you blaze this trail? Will you take this path? Will you keep your eyes on the direction that you're being called to go in? Or would you deny yourself a door that is opening for you? Would you question that door on whether or not it's good or bad, this or that, right? That if or then hypothesis is very, very present in this reading. No different where there's stories in the Bible that speak about, praying for deliverance from situations, but waiting until something is sent to be delivered, or something that appears, right, in the 3D reality that gives that comfort, that lets you know. So it's almost like humanity for a long time has needed a crutch. Spiritual codependency, in a way, has needed a crutch, or has needed a martyr for someone to be the deliverance of their situations. And it feels to me that throughout evolution, the divine has had to bring someone in that either looks like, right, made in the flesh, in the image of someone that was willing to walk a path, and do something against all odds, for them to be able to recognize that that's the creator moving in the flesh, right? More than one time, there's stories, countless stories of, let's talk about, I think it's Jonah and the whale, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty much every ship that came towards the person, they were saying, no, I'm waiting on God, I'm waiting on God, I'm waiting on God. But then God is saying at the end, hello, did I not bring you a ship? Did I not bring you that? Did I not bring you this? But because it didn't have a seal of approval, or it didn't look the way they expected, this is where the realm of expectation really prevents opportunities, really prevents a person from being able to recognize and discern what's for them and what's not for them. And then even more, the fear of what's on the other side of that also stifles progress and evolution and growth, because now the conversation becomes, well, what happens if I get over there and I don't like what I see? Did I make the wrong choice? Right? No choice, when you are divinely guided, can ever be a wrong choice. If you get on that side and you feel as if you don't like the way things are playing out, you don't like the way things look, this isn't what you ordered, this isn't what you expected, which one do you think it would be wiser to do? To go back and uproot every seed, right? Self-destructive behavior, self-sabotaging behavior, or to continue allowing this process to go, continue allowing the plant to go, harvest that plant, and then plant a new crop with more insight, right? Because this, whatever you're learning in this season, with this harvest, whatever you're learning from this crop that is currently manifesting and growing, there is wisdom in that. There's produce that will be created from that, right? When you observe the development of that plant, when you observe the development of that crop's going to render you information, useful information that is beneficial to you, where the next time you tend to the earth and you lay down more foundation, and you're like, okay, well, I'm going to try eggshells this time, I'm going to try ground coffee this time, I'm going to try cow manure this time, I'm going to try different things to see how sweeter the next crop can be, right? Usually anything that you do, you should have a level of excitement from the practice of discovering. Through the practice of discovering, everything's about getting you in the habit of practicing self-discovery, practicing discovery with what you experience, taking a discovering approach to life in itself, and then allowing what's rendered from it to be an epic tale, to be a beautiful expression of creation through every experience, right? If we change our rhetoric from seeing life as lessons or blessings, and we choose to approach situations from experience, we have a different outcome. We see other avenues open up, other doors become available to us, because we have relieved ourselves from the limitations of it being good or bad, right? Good or bad is like north or south, heaven or hell. So it's like humanity has been moving in a north or south type of compass, moral compass road. And Spirit is saying, well, we forgot to discuss east and west. What about approaching life from east and west, right? And then we have southwest, northwest, east, west, east, west, northwest. So all these different angles to look at one matter, whatever that matter may be for you in your life. It's worth discovering. It's worth exploring, right? It's an explorative type of expansive way of internalizing, right? Ingesting, right? I'm seeing literally, Spirit is showing me as I'm talking to you, the words are flowing through me because Spirit is giving me images, right? Not off the cards, but in my mind's eye, I see every bite of that fruit that's being taken. And that bite of the fruit, as the juices pour out of your mouth and you get to taste it, you say, okay, this is right, this is sweet, or this is too young. No one no longer has to give you the textbook and say, boom, here's a textbook, put the ingredients, this is what to expect. That's north and south. That's expecting. But when we apply east and west, the conversation changes, because now when you write down, now you become the co-creator, right? You writing down, okay, as on the 12th week mark, I picked an apple and I found that it was good. It was sweet. It was ripe. So now you have developed a recipe book. So each and every single one of you have a crafted recipe book sitting within you that's waiting for you to enjoy the process of capturing information and data and being a recorder of life experience, and then allowing it to repurpose the compost, right? When you digest it, we repurpose that and we allow it to give birth to other things. Now we have a tree. Now we have a full blooming, this is the temple path. We have something that's full blooming. So in this season, Spirit is pretty much saying your heart is open. Nobody else has the vision that you have because they haven't opened their heart. They're still afraid to open their heart because of the things that have done to them, what they have had to lose. So that level of consciousness is kind of like creating this like, this friction. And in this space, it's like, nope. Don't like it. Stubborn. Restricted. So what's blocking the blessings, what's blocking the divine flow is a lack of gratitude. So now these people external to you want to irritate you to make you feel like you no longer want to do something, like you no longer feel like it. Okay? Make you unsure of yourself. And the first way that they like to block that flow of currency for you, right? It's going to be in the mundane 3D reality first. Hold on. All right, I'm back. So just like with that telephone call that came in, if I'm in the flow of something and it appears, right, like, oh, I'm cooking, or I'm in the flow, I don't want to mess it up. There's so much enlightenment that can come from me just taking a moment, pause the video, right? Maybe there's something that Spirit wants me to see, but because I'm in the flow of one thing so much there's so much around me that I may not be able to see just yet. So pausing is never a bad thing. Things slowing down is never a bad thing. So if any of you are experiencing a decline in any area of your life, it's a wonder to for things to slow down. There's a season for everything. There's when we're harvesting, when we're co-creating. And so that is what Spirit wants you to be able to see. There's going to be a need to slow down, and it's not about course correcting or doing something right or anything. It's about you flowing, being in a state of flow. That's pretty much what Spirit is saying here. Spirit wants to help you achieve something that ain't never been done before. And your mind, believe it or not, what it's saying is your anxiety, okay, is going to make you the apex. It's going to make you an apex at something. I don't even know. What does that word mean? I know people use it in a lot of different contexts. But for me, Spirit is telling me to look it up. So let's go on an adventure. All right. I love taking time to just research little words and find the little nuggets and the little gem. You know, it's not really gems. It's kind of like insert here, you know, the little blanks, and we fill in the blanks. So apex means the top or highest part of something, especially one forming a point. So there's a point that Spirit is about to make. And Spirit is about to make this point through you. It's not a point to make to you, but rather through you. And in order for Spirit to make this point through you, it's like, instead of you taking matters into your own hands and addressing the negativity and having to conjure anything of yourself and use what you have already acquired from your prior harvest and work towards countersuiting and, you know, doing other things to, like, this is about trying to shift you from creation and make you start to protect your crops, right? But it's like Spirit is saying, I put a scarecrow. Okay, I put the scarecrow at the corner of your crop. So anything that tries to come in and eat from your crop and monitor your crop, this scarecrow is scarier than any scarecrows that have ever been created. This scarecrow is unique. Okay, let's see. Let me pull out my little computer. So this scarecrow is going to scare away. The meaning of scarecrow in the garden. Yeah, this is your garden. Okay, the crop in your garden. Scarecrow in the Garden by Chris Stapleton is a ballad about a West Virginia farm passed down through a family of immigrants from Northern Ireland, where the narrator inheriting the property struggles with its decline and contemplates a bleak future, possibly inspired by biblical imagery. Okay, so this is the first thing that popped up. The song tells the story of a family who came from the Northern Ireland seeking land and building a life on a West Virginia farm. But the narrator finds himself inheriting a property that is no longer prosperous. Okay, so you have inherited a property. You have inherited something that's no longer prosperous. It's been destitute. It's been barren. Okay, with all this lack energy, it's been barren for so long. Okay, and there's about to be a revelation. The scarecrow in the garden that looks like Lucifer is a powerful image, suggesting a sense of despair and loss of hope. The fact that the narrator sees the scarecrow as looking like the devil hints at his fraying mental state and how he is losing his grip on reality. So there's a lot to deal with depression and loss, the river. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So, let's see. This song is rich with biblical allusions, including references to the Revelations, the book of Revelation, which speaks of the end of days and the apocalypse. All right, so pretty much there's a even bigger, right? Wherever you're being bullied, whoever is being bullied, whatever you are experiencing, where you feel like you're being bullied, you're being attacked, you're being stalked, gang stalked, whatever. There is a bigger bully overseeing everything. Will you still have to tend to the garden? Yes. Will you still have to tend to your crop? Yes. Will you still have to do the everyday due diligence? Absolutely. The intentions are still rooted in you and rooted in your garden and rooted in your subconscious realm. Those can't be tampered with. It's already taking root. It's already sprouted. Okay. So at this point, this would be equivalent to coming and burning everything you have down to the ground. You're not there. Okay. No one can burn this down to the ground because you have a scarecrow. Let's look at the spiritual meaning of scarecrow. It says, what do you know about scarecrows? Scarecrows were created to scare away crows and protect the crops. Just as scarecrows protect the crops, God protects us. He can scare away anything that bothers us. He is our protector. And so this is what I'm saying here. God is your protector, and God is saying you don't have to lift a finger with the witch in reverse. You don't have to conjure up anything. You know, not saying that you're not capable, because like I said, with one spoken word, Elphaba was able to speak a language that even she didn't even know she could speak. It awakened in her. It activated in her. And no one else can read this dialect. It was inherited, right? Her mother consumed something, and whatever she consumed, it was planted in her mother, and she was born of it. So no one else could do, right? She's a prototype, okay? She's an original of some sort. So pretty much, you don't have to worry about holding space for nobody. You don't have to worry about explaining yourself. You don't have to worry about with the witch in reverse, you know, having to put yourself in a position where you have to, you know, your demons have to match another person's demons in order for them to realize that you're not the one of the two to be played with. You don't have to over empathize with anyone to be their savior, to be their martyr. You owe no one an explanation. And whatever people are trying to make you feel like, oh, you need to be patient, or oh, there's a, you know, if anyone's trying to make you so that there's a rhyme or reason to this, or there's levels to this, or there's a way you got to go about it, or you too young for this, or you don't know nothing, you just a girl, you just a boy. People that are trying to dumb you down, dim your lights, and convince you that you don't know who the fuck you are. God said, I'm about to be the scarecrow. I'm about to show you that this ground is protected. Okay, that you've inherited this. And no man or woman can ever uproot you, can ever, you know. Yeah. Pretty powerful stuff here. That you are chosen for this. So anxiety, don't let it get to your head. All right, let me pull up the lyrics. What is that, Chris Brown? Shout out to Chris Brown and the fellow Taurians on this channel. Anxiety. Let's do the anxiety lyrics right quick. All right, he says, I lost my way somewhere in another galaxy. Too much to take these memories in tragedy. And all of these places, all of these faces, I didn't want to let you down. And all these mistakes of mine, I can't replace it. I gotta move on somehow. Healing energy on me. Baby, all I really need is one thing, healing energy on me. When it's 11:11, I need it. Healing energy on me. All right, so let's go down to another verse. All right, anxiety, don't let the pressure get to your head. You know we play for keeps. Don't let it go over your head. Heavy stepper, I got too much weight on this. You can see the diamonds. Don't complain on this. We was hustling. You niggas got no say on this. I'm just being honest. I'm moving steady. You can't buy success. Ain't got no sell on it. You know that God did. You know that God did. He never gonna fail on us. Too much paper got me thinking I'ma save all this. I know the ops want it. They love this. Two-tone got the bust down like, whoa. The streets crazy. They don't love me no more. Not one for pressure, but I'll bang for my bros. Walking in Giuseppe, I got 10 on my toes. Welcome all the smoke. Smoke, smoke. Mama pray for me so I won't fold. Walking 10 toes. I be paranoid, but nobody knows. Anxiety, don't let the pressure get to your head. Okay. Steady, moving on greater. Never thought that I'd be ready. So I let her keep her things. She told me, why didn't you just fight for it? All these baddies had too many. I promised that I would have died for it. You just had to fucking let me. That part is deep. Now I'm married to the game. I'm in that. No more chains. I'ma buy me some gold. 3 baddies trying to make room for some more life learning lessons, 'cause you reap what you sow. Walking in my Giuseppe, I got 10 on my toes. You know I welcome all the smoke. All right. So just fight for it. So he says steady, oh whoa, just fight for it. So it's a lot. That's why I love lyrics, because lyrics are like riddles, you know, like poems and riddles. And then the way a person has to craft it and then apply a melody and a tone to it, and then the ambiance of the music, it's magic. Okay, it really is. It's hypnotic for sure. It's seductive. And I think Chris Brown has a song called Seduction. I think it's Sensational. Yeah. So even in that song, it's kind of like befitting. He's talking about reaping what you sow. And so this is telling me that you're reaping good karma. You're reaping. Like, people want you to be weeping over this, but you're actually about to reap good karma. Like, the anxiety is what's going to guarantee your achievements in life. So if you are anxious about anything and you feel an anxiety, let me tell you something. That is good. That is good. Intentions behind the mask. There's a lot that you're keeping to yourself. I heard on my soul. Okay. I heard play with your mama on my soul. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Play with your mama, not me. That's what I heard. Play with your mama, not me. Anxiety. So 14:44 on the clock. Check it out if it resonates with you. This is for all my subscribers, spirit. Ooh, we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So let me tell you something. There's something about being like out of a league. Okay? Being royalty, being out of a league, and they're low level consciousness, right? Low vibrational levels of lack consciousness that wants to convince you that allowing someone else, I feel like a lot of y'all are coming out of hyper independence, that you're very attractive and alluring, and like they want to, this vibration, this lack vibration wants to convince you that you ain't special. You ain't nobody special. They're trying to talk to you through words, right? Words are spells. There are spells being casted into your subconscious realm, trying to convince you ain't nobody gonna want to be with you. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna want to be with you. Nobody gonna like somebody that's bigger, that has so much confidence like you. Ain't nobody gonna want nobody like you that believes that you're supposed to be viewed, that you're royalty. Who do you think you are? You're not special. That's what they're trying to say, because they know they don't have access. Someone has access has been denied. Okay, and they know it. And to answer your question, yes. Yes, very much so. There is an order to this. And with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it's like someone wants you to hate or disgust, be in disgust of feeling like someone else will be able to take care of you and provide for you. What is this? Let me see something. Try to trigger you emotionally, trigger your disgust emotion. I feel like they're disgusting you. There's a lot of rhetoric, a lot of talking. Disgust. They want you to turn your nose up. Arousing revulsion or strong indignation. Someone wants to arouse this emotion in you, a feeling of revulsion or strong disapproval, aroused by something unpleasant or offensive. Right. So this is, I'm going to irritate you. I'm going to arouse this. I'm going to make you unattractive. Somebody wants you to be ugly and unattractive. And it's to turn off your ability to, like, your arousal. And arousal is a good thing. Though these words have been like demonized and used as a way to trigger people to think in a certain negative way, that's a form of hypnosis. That's just being undone off of you. Aroused by something unpleasant or offensive. So the more you have unpleasant experiences, you're not gonna want to go where you're going. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep getting offended, it's gonna turn you off. So if you know that you're someone that's easily turned off by negativity in the room, or you're easily repulsed by something that is uncomfortable or negative, that's exactly why Spirit said that's the direction you need to go in, because people only talk about people that are important. You know what I'm saying? People only hate on people that are about shit. People only try to offend you when they know that your greatness, you know what I'm saying, when they see the light that you may not even be able to see yourself. That's a confirmation that keep going in that direction. Don't stop. The more it's buzzing, the more negativity you have. I don't know how to explain it to you. The sweeter the crop, the sweeter the juice. You have sweet juice. Okay? And you're so mysterious, and you're like incognito. It's hard to figure you out. Your juice is supposed to be hard to figure out how you do that there. Okay, meaning of arousal. Come through, Spirit, with the good word. Arousal, the action or fact of arousing or being aroused. So this is an action word. This is what's happening, right? When we're talking about action words, it's a fact that it's happening. There's no, if you're wondering, is this really happening? I don't know, there's no proof or whatever. It's happening. You know why it's happening? Because you're happening. Whatever you do, it is having a symptomatic effect on people. Okay? And the fact that they know that you know that they know that you know, on so many levels, there's new devils. Okay? But remember, the devil ain't nothing to fear, because the devil is also going to let you know who did it. Okay? They're going to let you know who smelt it and who dealt it. Both people are going to be exposed. The one that dealt it and hid their hand, and the one that smelt it and tried to carry a bone. Both people gonna be exposed. Ain't nobody gonna get to hide. So when the devil says, hey, look, boom, 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 subscriber, I got something to tell you. Guess what I saw this person doing? They was talking about you, and they was praying on your downfall. And the devil's like, what? Devil's your homeboy. Okay? Why do you think there's depictions of, supposedly the Christ, the devil, and God playing chess together? Somebody got to be willing to be the villain. And so the devil is so confident in who he is that he don't have to sit around and explain himself to anybody, because he gonna show it to you and lay it all out, lay all his cards out. And he will never lie to you. Okay? And you know how they say the devil is a liar when necessary. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it's all a game. It was all a dream. It was all a game. There are some people that are aware that they're in the game, and there are some people that are knee deep in the experience, and that's okay. But you, my friends, my subscribers, my love nest, you are aware. You are not sleep. You are not sheep. You are co-creators with the universe. This garden is lush. This garden is beautiful. This garden is protected, okay, by the scarecrow. So you can move freely. You can do whatever you want to do. And you won't have to lift a finger. And no one will touch the hair on your head. They can say whatever they want to say. They can point. They can laugh. They can talk. They can cry. They can scream. They can, poke and try all types of things. But there's a scarecrow that's saying they stand 10 toes down. Even with everything that you've been through, even the universe is still providing for you. It's still caring for you. It's still making sure that nothing happens on their watch. Spirit is still providing for you. So yes, you can date freely. You can live your life. You can experience what you need to. You can have friendships and partnerships and meet new people and live your life and share it. And you don't have to hide it. And you're going to give a lot of people something to talk about. Okay? Woo! All the karmics going to expose themselves straight like that. But nothing, no sword or dagger that they throw in your way, it would be like dull knives. They will fold on you. Like, it's confirmation. This is the end of the reading. The Queen of Wands in reverse. It's like everything that's said about you, thought about you, done towards you, projected towards you, like, it's slipping. It will not. Okay. It's on the dull end. Okay. It's like nubs, like folding. Like, it's like everything that someone say about you, they finger point back twice at them. 10 times for all they 10 fingers. Worried, losing sleep, worried about what's going to come of them. Queen of Wands in reverse. Sheesh. Okay. So the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Very interesting story here. A very interesting story here. So there is someone behind the mask that is about to be exposed. The Two of Cups. What is this about? Because we got some romance up in here. What's the Two of Cups about? It's like there's this underlying intention. Like, I want you to have struggle love. I want you to do what I do, be like me, have what I have, experience what I have. somebody wants you to come to them for advice. Playfulness in reverse. Music. Your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. So I feel like right now you're not really like dating or flirting with anyone. You're really focusing on the music, your music, whatever it is that you're doing. Wow, we have the High Priestess and persecution and inquisition. Okay. So your High Priestess was executed in a past life. Either you were the High Priestess that were executed in a past life, or your High Priestess that was your spiritual advisor in a past life was executed. This is why you don't let your friends help you. This is why you don't tell anyone about your love relationship, or where you get your advice from, or where you go. There's a reason why you don't personally share where you get your spiritual insight from. Okay? So when people acquire, you don't play about your spiritual advisor because of a past life experience where those that tend to be very like fickle and gullible, you know that they would probably try to assassinate your character or your High Priest character. So either you're the High Priestess that was executed and persecuted in a past life, or you had a soulmate relationship with several with the High Priestess. It feels like several lifetimes. One lifetime was like High Priestess, the other one was it feels like in more than one lifetime it's played out in this way. So you don't really let your friends help you with your love life. You don't really go to them about your personal relationships. That has never played out positively for you before. Show me this Queen of Wands energy. Nobody would really understand why you're so defensive about your High Priestess relationship with your High Priestess. Galactic in reverse. So there was some type of galactic mission in a past life that wasn't like it. You guys got far, but it was interrupted. And I feel like in this lifetime, there has been there's been a hidden agenda to like masquerade and perpetrate as these galactic beings that have traveled here to help the evolution of humanity by kind of like trying to wipe out those high priests and priestesses at a very young age, trying to reduce them down to like imposters or something like that. So we have food and hunger in reverse. Trees. So there's something to do with your ancestry. There's something about a choice between your ancestor inheritance and your galactic mission, right? And so ancestor inheritance. So let's talk about Elphaba again for a second because she's coming up a lot. The archetype, okay, with the black cat, okay, Beset as well. What this is saying to me is in that storyline, you know how she had her father who pretty much denied her and treated her like a kind of like he made her sacrifice herself unnecessarily for the more normal looking sibling, you know. So this is like pitting siblings against each other, the good son, the bad son, good son type analogy. But even further, he also was like a mayor. He was a big public figure that, you know, of Munchkin Town. So she came from royal bloodline. Like, she had like important seat, but she would never get that seat. You understand? So because he would never pretty much consider her worthy to fill his shoes, whether it was for gender, color, whatever. And so she had a relationship with nature. And so it's like she, you know, and then she wanted to be a part of something. She wanted to be a part of a society, right? She wanted to make it to the Emerald City and be a part of a society and fit in. And she didn't fit in there. And so she kind of connect back to her roots, her inner child. She went even younger, and you saw that metamorphosis of her remembering who she was before she was on this journey of trying to figure out where she was supposed to be. And she realized that whatever she was looking for, she found it within herself. That's the epiphany that I feel like you're having. And it's connecting you to the ancient of days, right? So we have the plant analogy, the roots, back to the plant in the garden. And you know how nobody sees anything wrong with how plants have sex all day. You know, they are engaging in intercourse just so we can breathe oxygen. They do it regularly. We inhale it on a regular basis. It's very hypnotic, right? We feel high off life is what they call it, right? And so just like in the movie, she sacrificed her love life. She sacrificed, you know, this mission, that mission. She realized that the only way she was going to be happy was to go with her soul, right? Remember who she was. And okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it, really. Why is the Seven of Swords here? I feel like this is like a continuation. You know what I'm saying? Something is to be continued, like, but something is definitely not over. But it's like, I told you, attraction. You are so attractive. You are so attractive right now. You smelling the roses, you loving life, that attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying the moment fully. You being in the moment and enjoying it and not hiding it is magnetic. Queen of Wands energy. And so look at that past. It's like it's also going to bring in all the past life karmic energy biblically. And this is also what came up in when we looked up the scarecrow in the garden, right? And the song about that, it's like the more you're attractive, the more you're going the biblical ridicule from past life, those soulmates are going to come in. That's why the wheel is here. It's a part of the experience for that uproar to kind of make its way towards you, but instead of it being like a reason for you to go back to that level of consciousness, you would pretty much accept that I know who I am. And so even if they rise against you in the context where, you know, they said ugly things about her, she even had to pretty much fake her own death and kind of get out of a situation or whatever to get, still about freedom. I feel like you're going to teach other people the answers that you were able. You're an angel. It's just ain't no way to unsee this. Is the answer that you are seeking involves going to school. Some of y'all are going to go to school, or you're going to, this is part of your life purpose. We have music in school. Some of y'all would be going to music school, or you're going to go back to school and do other things. Some of y'all are going to be teaching about like the art of attraction, different things like that. Normalizing it. I'm picking up something about normalizing a certain type of education. Herbalism is also showing up here. Education is showing up here. How to. Yeah, there's so many ways where you're gonna perform. I see you performing. Page of Wands, charisma. Someone's name could be charisma. I'm hearing that as well. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This is that type of energy where you work if you want to, but you don't have to. Feels like you're just going to be like a student for life. When I say you're going to be so taken care of for the rest of your life, it don't even make no sense. It doesn't. King of Wands and the Lovers. Can you show me the Page of Wands? Like, it's going to be someone's pleasure to discover, to learn you. It's all about learning you. Let me see. Page of Wands in reverse. Builder, Justice. You're going to be on some type of high ground. Children in reverse. All right, you're going to be on some type of high ground is what I'm seeing here. There's something about very crafty, like your ability to kind of like blend in, be unrecognizable. But you're going to be around very mature people. And I feel like you're going to build a new world and bring a lot of justice to and fairness and protection to a lot of people that don't have a lot of great guidance in certain areas. Like think of it like you're about to be really suitable in a certain like industry, market. Like you're about to build and create something that it's gonna help so many people. That's what I'm seeing here. But you do it in such a crafty way. All right, we have children in reverse. So your little life is being affected by children. That's going to be in reverse. That's not a problem. Something is not a problem. If you're like worried about like, well, what I'm going to do if I have these children or X, Y, and Z, are they going to be safe? I feel like with I just see you being able to expose a lot, but not everything is being revealed to you just yet. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Like, not everything is being revealed to you just yet. Because I do feel like you're meant to, like, it's a part of your experience or your journey. Protect it, yes. For you to feel safe, supported while you change careers. You're supposed to be changing some type of career, and to help you build from a higher ground, help you perform for a higher ground. And it's definitely there's a spiritual, okay, a past life spiritual and religious. It could be religious or cultural, whatever tie here. Like there's like a past life offering. Free yourself. Show me the Lovers right quick, Spirit. It feels very encrypted. I'm not even gonna hold you. Because you're like hidden in plain sight. Yeah, separation in reverse. There is some type of like spiritual soulmate contract playing out here. Show me the King of Wands. Someone is charismatic as well. They're a performer. They could be a King of Wands is definitely a leader. They're pioneering something. They are your protector. Wedding. I'm telling you, this is your spouse. And I feel like whatever season of separation that you guys were in, you're coming out of that. But there's a reason why someone had to wear a false mask, as if they didn't know that y'all were spiritual, like y'all were soulmates, or y'all were, like, someone always knew from the very beginning that y'all were husband and wife. Straight up. I feel like upon meeting, they never told you that. Because they wanted to be fair and allow you to develop yourself in a way that would make you feel confident in your transition as your career changes, or as certain things that you do change. The way in which it could just be the way in which you do something, right? But your power is definitely in your attraction. This is a gift. Your heart's desires. And your heart is always going to magnetize towards it. The angels are supporting and guiding you, protecting you as your dreams become reality. Yes. And I feel like that person is going to come in out of separation and pretty much tell you, like, I got you. I got you. You don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about that. And I think they're going to tell you, like, I think this person's going to tell you. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. Shout out to all my subscribers on this channel. Welcome to TT's Love Nest. If you're a part of this playlist, this is for all of my subscribers that interact on this channel. You are thoroughly liking, subscribing, and what they call it, sharing it with others that you feel guided to share it with. So thank you. You guys are truly appreciated. Okay, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.